See, are we live? Okay. All right, everyone, let's see. Are we live? Do I have you guys connected? All right. All right, I think we are live and I think we're streaming on Facebook and we're good. Okay, as you guys come in, I want you to just say hello. I want you to tap into and say hello in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait a few seconds to let everyone arrive into the workshop. If you guys can hear the church bells behind me, you hear them? Okay, let's make sure that we're live in the group. Let's check on that we're streaming. Yes, okay, we're definitely streaming, so everything's working. Awesome. Absolutely perfect. Okay, guys, as you come in, I want you to say hello in the chat. I want you to tell me where you're watching from and introduce yourself. If you haven't already joined the Facebook group, please do so. It's super important to build community and to make sure we're all connected because we're all on the journey together. So once again, this is day 2 of the Reinvention Strategy Formula Workshop. I am coming to you live from my office. I'm in my house in Italy right now. Unfortunately, it's dark out, so you can't see out the balcony door behind me, but over here behind me. But it was a great day today. It was 72 degrees and just beautiful. So today, we're going to talk about, yesterday we covered clarity. The first things you need are clarity when starting a coaching, consulting, or mentoring business and you're bringing your practice online. So hopefully you went through the workbook and you went through the exercises that I asked you to go through yesterday to get some clarity. Now, mind you, as you're doing this the first time, it might feel overwhelming, but I want you to just take some time and do these exercises over and over again at different periods until you feel really aligned with the answers that you're getting. Do me a favor and don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overcomplicate things and make it more confusing than it has to be. Keep it simple, right? I always tell everybody the simpler you keep things, the easier it is for people to understand, the easier it is for people to articulate, the easier it is for everyone to know what's going on. So guys, welcome to day 2 of the Reinvention Strategy Formula Workshop. I am super excited that you're all here. As you come in, say hello and introduce yourselves. So today I want to talk about the second part that's super important in starting your online business. And that really comes down to building your brand and being clear as to who you're serving, right? So many of us get overwhelmed when it comes to figuring out who we're serving. I've worked with hundreds of people, hundreds of female entrepreneurs and male entrepreneurs over the years who are bringing their brilliance online. They're starting a new branch of business. They're starting an online coaching consulting business, and they're feeling a little overwhelmed in the transition. Now, mind you, most people, just like yourselves, they're successful, they're experienced, they're established, they got their shit together, and they're already seasoned in their practice. So this is a whole new step that they're going into, like another part of their business that they're going into. So what we want to really think about, and what happens a lot of times is we forget to meet people where they're at. So let me explain this to you before we get into building a brand. You already know what you're an expert at, right? So it just comes easy to you. It's so simple. I'll give you the example of a chef. So like a chef who's making some kind of really high-end meal, he could probably do it with his eyes shut. Like he probably has certain recipes that he knows. Or another example, highlighting or coloring hair or doing someone's skin. I'm thinking of my one client who is an expert in her field, And she can do skincare like it's nobody's business. Like she's doing these services like the back of her hand with her eyes shut. And it's the same thing when you bring your business online to start a mentoring business. The things that you know come easy to you because you know them. But the people that are a few steps behind you don't know them yet. So we tend to forget, and I want you to write this down, that you want to meet your potential client or your new client where they are at. Like if they're starting here and they want to get here, you can't meet them over here. You need to meet them where they're starting. Because if we're starting here, you're jumping over, they're going to get confused and not be able to get to their goals, right? And this is something that I see a lot of people do. I did it myself. I call it the fire hose, give so much information that it was so overwhelming that sometimes people could not digest it and actually implement and articulate it because it came easy to me. I'm like, oh, just do this, just do that. Then as I worked with people and became a better coach, a better consultant, a better mentor, I realized that it's really meeting every single client where they're at. So that brings me to an exercise. I want you to turn to the workbook, okay? If you didn't download the workbook, please go to that link that I gave you, that you download the workbook and download it for yourself. Print it out and really keep this as a manifesto and something you can work with. So we're going to do an exercise together. And where it says day 2, build your brand. The exercise is next. I'm jumping ahead. We're going to create a compelling brand identity. Now, again, this is a compressed version what I'm teaching you in this 3-day workshop. There's a lot of nuances and parts and pieces, and these are the things that I teach in detail so you can absolutely kill it in the online world with your coaching consulting business in my Brilliant Business Reinvention program, which is my 6-month program that I am going to be inviting you to. Come and join me if you want help creating your business today with a special bonus. But enough about that right now. I want to talk about creating a compelling brand identity. So a lot of people think, now these are all things you're going to need. You're going to need a nice logo. You're going to need a website. If other people tell you don't need a website, I personally do not agree. And I'll tell you why. I don't know about you, but when I go to look for something, I look for their website. If I don't see a website, I kind of feel like they're not credible. So what I teach is to have a nice website, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be fancy. I teach you exactly how to articulate that and figure that all out inside the Brilliant Business Reinvention program. Social media profiles, also very important. I don't teach you to be on all social media platforms, but I do teach you working together with you on picking 2 to 3 that are relevant to your brand, relevant to where your ideal customer is. Because guys, there's no point in being on social media platforms to market, which again, social media is your personal TV channel and your personal radio show. Free advertising when used correctly. And I do teach you to use it correctly inside of my Brilliant Business Reinvention program. So when we look at these things, it's super important. So again, having your social media profiles all aligned, having a logo that represents your brand and who you are, and your website. These are just the basic fundamental things. Now we're going to work on what I think is more important than any of that is your brand value unique proposition. Now, what is this? This is basically a great way to decipher what you do, who you are, and who you serve. What the heck is the result you're giving people? I actually had an amazing call today with one of my clients. I had 3 client calls today, but one of my clients in particular, major breakthroughs, major clarity, major who she helps, how she helps them, what the result is. And all of these things came together so easily that it was like, wow, like what clarity this is. And once all this came together, doing the value proposition exercise will set you apart. So let's do this together, right? I want you to turn to day 2 in the workbook, and I want you to fill this out either on a notebook or on another piece of paper. So ready? Let's do this together. If I offer to help you, what are you offering to help your ideal client with? I'm going to fill in there, start an online coaching and consulting business. Okay? Simple. Now, guys, when you're answering these questions, I want you to remember too, third grader, don't write jargon. Don't fill these things with jargon. It's got to be at third grade reading level. Are you guys all with me? Let me hear some action in the chat. I want to hear you guys, who's here, who's joined, get in the chat, everybody. Say hello and let me know where you're watching from. Okay. So drop me comments below too. If you're in the Facebook group, I want you to say hello. I want you to drop your comments. Let's just say I'm going to check in with you guys. Hey, Sarah, love you. Oh, yes, took years to work with me. It's so true. But that's okay. I want to just touch on that. One of my beautiful clients, Sarah, just mentioned it took years till she finally worked with me. Now, that is part of your personal brand, right? People need to grow to know you. They need to grow to like you, and they need to grow to trust you. Sometimes the journey's shorter than others, and it's about meeting people where they're at. Sometimes people may follow you, be in your network, be in your community for years before they actually connect with you or are ready to work with you or want to work with you. Or maybe they're just not there yet. But this is why we build an amazing brand identity and an amazing brand online, because that shows your consistency and you offer and show up with value for your clients or your potential clients. Guys, I'm a big proponent of giving value. I built my online business through live videos. When I started, it was all Facebook Lives, live videos. I just gave value every day, value every day, value every day. Then I started doing YouTube videos, so on and so forth. So if you follow me online, you know I give tons of value. I will get on a call with clients and give them value. So enough about me. Let's go back to doing the exercise. I want you to focus and do this. If I offer to help you, I'm going to put in my thing. Start an online business. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do is okay, you guys, can you guys hear me? Sorry, I'm sorry. I think I lost my audio for a second there. Okay, here we go. We're back. So if I offer to help you, and then you put in there what you are going to help your ideal client with, then you're going to put in the next, mine would be 6 months, because my program that I'm going to invite you in, where I actually help you grow your business, get your business launched, is 6 months. Okay, you guys all on, okay, ready? Next, that can help you, I would put in there, create a freedom-based lifestyle and increase your revenue, right? What are you going to help them do? Next, that can help you overcome, maybe it's not feeling good enough. Maybe it's, mine would be help you overcome being chained to your brick and mortar business. Help you overcome being chained to physically doing hair. Help you overcome, you see, like all the things that it could possibly be. This exercise you're going to do over and over at least 5 to 10 times till you get the clarity, right? This is such a great brain teaser to help you pull out what you're doing. Hey everyone. Hi Lori. I see you guys coming on. Thank you for joining. Hi Michelle. Hi Tony. Hi Frankie. Hello Vera. Hi everyone. Welcome. Okay. So then don't overthink this. This exercise is made to help you brain dump. This exercise is made to help you pull out your magic. And these answers may change. They may change. They may tweak. they're not going to stay the same as your business grows and evolves. And I was telling one of my other clients today on one of our calls, as you're actually coaching and consulting and helping people, you're going to actually fine tune and polish your business like a diamond, and it's going to evolve and change as you evolve and change and grow. So these answers may change every 6 months, they may change every year. I always go back and I do this exercise. I keep it for myself and I do it for myself and I do it with my clients. So don't get too caught up in the right answer. It's really put all the options it could be and then do it again maybe in a few days. And that'll help you dig out even more and get clarity. So we were just at that will help you overcome, that will help you build. Mine would be a 6-7 figure empire, or help you build a freedom-based online coaching business, or help you build a online course, right? There's many things that can go in there, but I would chop it down to what sounds the most conducive to what my client needs. Then, without doing this, I would put number one, being overwhelmed by tech, being stressed out by not knowing what to follow, by not having to, without doing this, showing up at a brick and mortar business. So do you see all the things? You put down what they're not going to be doing. All right. How's everyone doing with this exercise? Let me hear how it's all going. Give me some love. Give me some hearts. All right. I see you guys. Wonderful. That's perfect. All right. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to work on this. But I want you to do it on your time later. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to tap into your intuition and get grounded. Ask your guides, your angels, your spirits, your beings of light, your gut, whoever you're tapping into for guidance. And remember, this could change. Don't get caught up in perfection or this being jargon. Simple. You got to give this paper to a third grader and they got to understand what you do. They're like, oh, okay, I understand what you do. Does that make sense? Now we're going to move on to your mission and your values, which I think are really huge. So your mission also is going to change and tweak, right? Your mission may not stay the same. My mission has changed over the years. When I started, it was one thing, always the same core pieces, but it's changed a little bit, right? I want you to really think about, what is your mission? Now, an example, my mission is, I want to help thousands of beauty and wellness service-based business owners create wealth through creating independent online businesses. That's one phrase, simple, right? I want to help you create wealth. I want to help you create freedom. I want to help you expand and not be chained to a location anymore, right? I want to help you be enlightened. And there's so much more to that. So keep your mission simple. Then your values are really about, what is your values? Tap into that. My values are, I want to offer integrity-based, heart-centered, energetic, and spiritual coaching and consulting that's going to change people's lives. That's part of my values, right? Energy, spirit, intuition, light. So I want to take my magic as a light worker, which is just someone who spreads light in the world, and I want to marry that with business, and I want to help you reach your dreams. I want your life to get better. Those are my values. So you see, again, create the values. Just let them come to you. Don't overcomplicate that, right? You ask anybody, they're going to be like, oh yeah, Maria Fontana, she over delivers. She's so generous. She gives tons of value. Because that's part of my mission. You see that? It's part of my brand. Everyone knows that. And if you meet me in person, I know there's plenty of people on here. Let's just say, oh, Lori knows me in person, right? Tony knows me in person. Gina knows me in person. Michelle knows me in person. These are people that have met me. Lena knows me in person. I'm the same. I'm the same. Sometimes people are just shocked that I'm a little bit taller than they thought. I'm like almost 6 foot. Like I'm big and beautiful. But the point is, I'm the same. My personal brand, which what I'm teaching you guys is across the board the same, right? So remember to just be you. Don't look at a lot of other people online. Be careful what you consume. Stay focused on what you are bringing to the table. So by today, I want to hear in the chat, are you clear on your ideal client? Are you clear on the result that you bring? What's the one result? Now, be careful you don't overcomplicate it. Keep the result clean. Keep the result simple, right? I know one of my beautiful clients, she's super successful. She's a Reiki practitioner, right? She's out in Minnesota. She was really not sure what the hell the result was. She knew in her head what she was delivering for people, but she's like, the question always is in coaching and mentoring, it's like an intangible thing. How do you make that tangible? The secret to that is, guys, you know how you make it tangible? You keep it simple. You're offering the person a result, a solution to one thing. Don't overcomplicate it. And I always say this to people too. In your programs, when I help you create your programs, when you work with me one-on-one in the Brilliant Business Reinvention program, we custom tailor your programs so they're a ladder. You have people start in a feeder program, meaning the beginner program. Then there's a next program and maybe a third program. Because again, coaching is like anything else. There is growth. You don't just do this thing and you're there. I have clients that have been working with me for 10 years. They work on one part, then they get their business off the ground, then they call me like, Maria, I need help with my marketing now. Maria, I need help scaling. I need help with the next phase. Now I need help growing a team because I can't handle it by myself. Do you guys see? And it's the same thing. If you're teaching personal development, if you're teaching spiritual lessons, if you're a healer, if you're a chiropractor, regardless of what you are sharing, there are steps. So you don't have to be confined and think, oh, I'm going to have a program, a 3-month program, and it's the end all be all. It doesn't work like that, because as you grow and evolve, you're going to have so much to offer and bring to the world. So I want you guys to really tap into your inner knowing. Hi, Cindy. Hi, everyone. I see you guys all coming on. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, right? I want this to be interactive. I know a lot of you are off camera. I know a lot of you are hiding. Fine, no judgment. Drop the questions. Live Q&A, right? Yesterday there was no questions, so I didn't go in the group to answer any. But I'm here to be of service for you. So please feel free to ask me questions. So do we have any questions so far, guys? Drop them either in the chat in the Zoom or drop them on the in the Facebook group. Also, I want to know from you guys, how many of you actually have gone through the workbook? How many of you guys watched the replay yesterday? And how many of you are starting to get a little clarity? Again, there's a lot of you in here that don't know me. Just a little quick, update. I am a 38-year entrepreneur. I was a hairdresser for over 30 years, a salon owner. I've owned over 11 brick and mortar businesses. And about 16 years ago, I launched my first online coaching consulting business, and I failed terribly. I wasted thousands of dollars. I invested in all kinds of crazy programs, coaches, and things, and I sucked. I didn't suck as a coach. I sucked at creating that online business because there was no formula that actually matched my soul and how I wanted to deliver my brilliance online. So what happened was, after many years of struggling, I burned it all down and I went back to the drawing board, and I'm like, I'm going to start this online business the way I would start my brick and mortar business, because every brick and mortar I opened was successful. I simplified and I started my own methodology, and here I am now helping hundreds of clients in the beauty, wellness, and service-based business create a new stream of income, launch a mentoring program, launch an online course, launch a private brand like a company, like hair care, skin care, whatever kind of care. Create a coaching or consulting business, all online. Now, again, I'm in my home in Italy. I travel all the time now. I no longer have to be chained to a brick and mortar. If I choose to go to my brick and mortar and do some of my private clients' hair, I do it because I love it. You don't have to give everything up. Maybe you want to do a little less of that and more of this. It is a journey. It's a journey. I have some clients who have retired, some are semi retired. Some still have their brick and mortar, they just have other people working there. It's really all about, what do you want to do? How much impact do you want to have on the world? How much influence? How much do you want to share your light with the people who need your services? So let me just double check here. My assistant sending me messages. Do we have any questions, guys, before I keep going? Okay. Now, the next thing that's super important is, once we realize what the result is for our client, and once we know what their current reality is, remember, control yourself from going too far ahead. Your client, here's an example. I'm here, right? Because I started where you are today. I'm not better than you. I just made all the mistakes and have the experience that now I can teach you step by step how to get the results and the lifestyle I have. Do you see that? So maybe you're a spiritual teacher and you know how to get people to a certain healing, or help them enlighten, or get them to get to a goal that they really want. But your client's here and you're here. So you kind of have to come down here, meet them where they're at, and start working on getting them to where they want to be. Do you see how it's a ladder? So step back and really take your time in doing the value proposition worksheet. I know there's hundreds of you that have signed up for this workshop, and only a handful of you have actually taken advantage and booked the complimentary call with me. Now, I am in Europe, but you could book that call. I'm going to drop everything underneath this. Feel free to talk to me 10 minutes. There's no sales call. I can help you get clarity and figure out what you're going to do, your next steps, right? So work today on thinking, considering, before I sign off for today, I know I've been on longer than I should, but I want to just say something. Go over all your social media platforms and ask yourself, because we're going to cover this tomorrow, are my ideal clients the person that I did the exercises day 1 and day 2? Are they hanging out there? Am I in the right places? If someone looks at my social media platforms, is it clear what I do, who I serve, and how they can connect with me? And if none of these things are true, don't beat yourself up. Maybe you're just not there yet. That's why you're working on this now. To get inspired, go to my social media platforms. See the consistency. Who I am, what I do, who I serve, how to connect with me. What's going on right now? I'm having a free workshop, so it's very obvious that's what I'm focusing on, inviting people in. So you too, reflect on what you want your personal brand to look like and how you're going to show up online. And it doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to be on every goddamn platform. I teach you all this. When we work together one-on-one in the Brilliant Business Reinvention program, I actually walk you through and teach you step by step how to do all this. Your marketing, your social media presence, your branding, your personal brand, and everything that goes with it. So before today ends, I just want to invite you guys in. For anyone who's actually ready to invest in themselves and you want to come and work with me, The Brilliant Business Reinvention program, just I'll let you guys know, is a 6-month program. We work together for 6 months. We have 1 week, we have a call, 1 week we have implementation. 1 week we have a call, 1 week we have implementation. I walk you through hand in hand, one-on-one, it's not a group, how all the things you need to do to launch your coaching consulting business. At the end of 6 months, your business is launched from A to Z. Your business is ready to be out in the world and you can start making money. I'm inviting you guys in today at a introductory offer. It's a private invitation. This invitation is going to be valid for today. So today is the bonus, day 2 bonus. The bonus, if you sign up today, last time I had so many people sign up for the 1-day bonus, you're going to get a 2-hour VIP day with me. What does that mean? You get an extra 2-hour intensive where we can work on anything you need to work on, either your messaging, which means the verbiage on how you talk to the clients, either creating your social media strategy, which is super huge. Anything extra you want to work on, you get that as a bonus. So that's if you sign up by midnight tonight, you get that extra bonus, which is the 2-hour VIP session with me. So, and the 6-month program is only $59.97 for these days that we're in the workshop. I'm going to be making the invitation later today again, and I'm going to be making the invitation also tomorrow. So you're welcome to join me, but no pressure whatsoever. This is just an invitation if you want me to handhold you and walk you through creating this business once and for all and creating a new stream of income. I want you to work on your homework today. I want feedback tomorrow. I want to hear your questions and see your questions. Drop your questions in the chat. Let's see. Lori says, okay, we'll talk to you when I see you later this month. I have my homework done by then. Yes, that's so awesome. Sarah says podcast. Okay, awesome. Yes. I love this. Okay, I'm just reading messages, making sure I didn't miss anything. So guys, if you want to work with me, you want to take advantage of the 2-hour VIP bonus, sign up today. I'm going to drop the link to register below here. If you haven't taken advantage of the 10-minute Get Acquainted call, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm sure any of my clients that are on here can tell you it is a win-win. Book that call with me. I'm also going to drop that below in comments. And make sure you do your homework and show up for day 3, because day 3 tomorrow, we're going to cover everything marketing, which guess what, guys? If you don't market and you don't have clients, you will have no business. Tomorrow's intense, and tomorrow we're going to be diving in to all the things that make marketing and growing your online coaching consulting business to that first 6 figures, because that's where we're going to start. You can scale to wherever you want to go, but hitting that first 6 figures is going to be really important. So here's sending you guys any other messages. Make sure you please drop me the questions here so I can answer them live, and book that call with me. And if you're ready to take action, register tonight and take advantage of that bonus. Here's sending you guys lots of love and light, and I'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon. Have an awesome day.